Today's the day where INTELEON is finally coming out for Aeos coins, so if you don't want to spend gems on a Pokemon, now's your time. So of course, I'm here to tell you if you should be buying this Pokemon or not. And in this video as well, I'm gonna try to explain some mechanics of this Pokemon, a bit of a short guide as well, in case you get convinced on buying this Pokemon. So first, short answer, yes, of course it's a lot of Aeos coins as well, so of course you want to spend your Aeos coins wisely, but I think this Pokemon is 1% worth it right now. There's only one build that's good though. If you want to play this build or this Pokemon, you have to go for Liquidation Acrobatics. If you want to buy INTELEON because it's a fun sniper, don't do it, right? Stick to, I don't know, Solar Beam Venusaur, stick to Spirit Shackle Decidueye for now. Sniper Shot is not great, you're not going to win, it's very fun, but you're not going to win games on it. It's just how it is, sadly. You're not going to win many games on it. It's quite difficult to play, Sniper Shot is very hard to hit, and without a proper team, it doesn't work out. Liquidation Acrobatics on the hand is absolutely amazing. It took a bit of while, or took a bit of time to understand how good this moveset really is. But now also looking at the win rates, it's for sure something that can carry games quite decently, and you can have a lot of success on. You can play it either in Central Area, in Top Path, and Bot Path. It has very good early game. I just like to go Central Area, just because I get so much more experience there, and it's still a carry Pokemon. But yeah, Liquidation into Acrobatics can one-shot almost any Pokemon at some point, and sometimes one Liquidation is enough to literally completely KO one. We're also playing Choice Specs, Wise and Spoon. It's a special attack Pokemon, and all of our damage comes from Liquidation and team fights, so we want to pump in as much damage as we can there. And yeah, so it's very important that that blue circle under the HP bar of INTELEON is his passive. And every time this is up and you either basic attack or use a move on something, your ability 100% crits, which is very important for Liquidation, because your entire Liquidation damage pretty much gets more than doubled as soon as you have one of those blue things up. And it's very important to combine it with Acrobatics as well, because Acrobatics reduces the cooldown of Liquidation as well. So if you do Liquidation into Acrobatics onto hitting something, your Liquidation gets a cooldown. But it's very important, Acrobatics has to hit something, for also for you to get one more, counter. So if you just Acrobatics Air, you only get one boosted stack count or passive stack counter, and your Liquidation doesn't get cooldown reduction. But if you hit something like a wall, an enemy Pokemon, a wild Pokemon, you get 2 passive stacks, and you also reduce the cooldown of Liquidation, like you see right here. Liquidation, Acrobatics on the Ataria, and my Liquidation is almost back up again. It gets like 2 or 3 second cooldown, which doesn't even say it in the game for some reason. Like if you read the move description, it doesn't show it. So yeah, I think this Pokemon is actually very amazing, very fun. Maybe it took me a few games to get used to this. I also played too much Sniper Shot, which hurt my win rate a lot. But after I just started playing this build, and I started getting good at it, just don't jump into enemies like this. I didn't expect all of them to still be there. It's still very squishy. It does a lot of damage. Almost every single game I have 100k damage quite easily. Again, Liquidation kinda one-shots enemy Pokemon. And yeah, Acrobatics also very good for mobility. Only problem I have with this Pokemon is the Liquidation slows you down. And sometimes you can see Acrobatics gets like stuck on a wall. It's pretty much similar to Jump Kick Dodrio. It's pretty much the same move when it comes to what mechanic it has. It's pretty much the Jump Kick Dodrio on a different Pokemon. So that's also quite interesting. The Unite move is also quite fun. I kind of like to use it to scout enemies during Rayquaza as well. But yeah, now we're walking to the fight. I have 2 passive stacks up. If we walk to a wall, we also turn our Camouflage on, which also gives us more of our passive stacks. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to build them up, try to walk in team fight with at least some stacks. Right now, I've activated my first Liquidation. I can jump against the wall. You can see current reduction on my Liquidation, and then we can do our next one, and we just kill them right here. Auto-taking is also important, but you're not gonna auto-take too much actually, because as soon as you start getting into auto-attack range, you might just go down very fast. So you have to watch out for it again. It's very squishy. Any Pokemon that just looks at you can take you down, but you can see the damage is absolutely insane. And again, always jump against something. Make sure you jump against a wall, jump against terrain, jump against wild Pokemon. Very important to always use it, otherwise you lose out on a lot of damage. And yeah, you just lose out on a lot of damage because you get 1 less passive stack, and Liquidation also will have a higher cooldown. So in general, we want to walk in a team fight with having 2 or 3 passive stacks on. Then we do like a Liquidation or a basic attack into Liquidation. Then we do an Acrobatics. Then we do another basic attack Liquidation. And it does a lot of damage. So right here is an example. Oh, I don't have Acrobatics up right now. But yeah, I just have to jump away now. I do another I just jump across him. Actually, he just crit me there. He's playing the crit flay build. And that was a bit awkward. But yeah, we want to start walking into team fight having 2 or 3 passive stacks. We use auto attack Liquidation or Liquidation first if you're not in auto attack range. And then we Acrobatics against a wall or onto the enemy Pokemon. And then we either do another Liquidation or just a basic attack as well. Again, your basic attacks also do a lot of damage, but only if your passive is up. Besides that, you can still, of course, basic attack, course, this Pokemon also still has a base crit chance, which is very important. We use our Terrain and our Acrobatics on cooldown pretty much to just build up these passives. Right now, we instantly have 3 passives again, which means if someone walks into us, we can do a lot of damage. Sneaking around right here, a Liquidation. We do 1 basic attack, another basic attack to get rid of our passive. Jump across the wall, do 1 basic attack into Liquidation. Just very important that you use your passive on Liquidation, and the rest can be used for basic attacks, right? You still want to always make sure you use all your passive stacks, though. It's very, very important, especially in teamfights, to maximize damage. You don't want to waste on them and don't want to overstack something, so very important you perfectly, play around your passive stacks. My team right here wiping right now. Only problem Pokemon has for like Centuarian in general, it doesn't really have last hitting for objectives at some point, right? Like right now we can't really last hit objectives. Liquidation does fine damage, but it can be blocked as well. So also something you have to be aware about. Liquidation is not like Icicle. It's like Icicle Spear actually. No, it's exactly like Icicle Spear. If you walk in between, the guy that's getting hit and Inteleon, it will just get blocked. Also, Liquidation can get stunned, so you gotta be very careful. So right here we use Liquidation, we jump forward, then we do our basic attacks, and we can, as you can see, we can basic attacks quite well. Eject button away from the Zash here, and I just activate your Night Move right here, because the last time I can do it anyways. And doing your Night Move, you keep recharging your passive stacks, so you can do a lot of auto-attack damage as well. In this mode, you can pretty much just auto-attack, and if the enemies are too far away, you just do Liquidation, because it has more range than basic attacks. But besides that, during the Unite move, your auto-attacks do crazy amount of damage because they pretty much crit 100% because you're recharging your blue cycles quite fast. So here we stay away a bit, we just auto-attack, do Liquidation, maybe an Acrobatics against the wall. I actually missed up a Liquidation there, I could have had 1 more. We try to keep our distance jumping in the wall again, do our next Liquidation, they take a lot of damage right now, but we don't want to go too deep, because then we might just get taken down. I do Liquidation right here, jump against the wall with Acrobatics. My next Liquidation is already up again, just in case someone might be around, but no one really is. And you can see sometimes you get stuck on a wall. It's a bit annoying though. So something also you have to be careful about. Acrobatics sometimes does get stuck on walls. Looking for the Deathfox right here. If I hit Liquidation right here, it's pretty much dead. Point and click damage, very, very strong. And now we just auto-attack the Zacian twice. We do like 2.5k damage there on just basic attacks alone. We do Liquidation right here, jump across the wall. Our next Liquidation is up. Almost got the 9 hits as well. And yeah, I think it's very fun to play as well. It's a very fun build, and that's why I can recommend buying this Pokemon as well. If you like attacker Pokemon, of course, that is. If you don't like attacker Pokemon, and again, if you want to play it like a sniper with Snipe Shot, I would not recommend as well. Otherwise, I'm having a lot of fun playing this Pokemon right now. I can pretty much play it. I could play it all day right now without getting bored of it. So I think it's a very good sign. It's very smooth. It feels fun. The only problem is that Liquidation slows you. I think that's the only thing that annoys me, is that my Liquidation slows me down. Here we go next to wall as well. Build up 3 passive stacks. Now we just look for Liquidation on anyone. Gotta, again, be careful because we can get 1-shot quite easily if you walk up too far. And we just do Liquidation on Zacian right here, walk away, use Acrobatics against the wall to get more distance. Another Liquidation. Now we just do 2 basic attacks, and just a few basic attacks right here, jump against the wall. And now I just activate my Unite move right here to get vision on the last one. That's also very good for like Rayquaza scouting. I thought that actually the guy walked up there, but now we see Zacian on bot path. It's very good for scouting out enemy targets. In general, this Pokemon just does a lot of damage. It really does a lot of damage. It's quite underestimated. Like, there's certain Pokemon you can 100-0. If you saw, I think there was a video I had 2 days ago about where I played some Inteleon, and I pressed Liquidation on a dojo 1 time, and it's pretty much just gone. Like, it's just ridiculous. And it's super fun as well. And yeah, so I think it's a very good release. Is it overpowered? No, but I think over time people realize like how strong this build is. And I think it's going to become very popular and very annoying. It's kind of like Icicle Spear. You can't really dodge it, so it's quite annoying. But here, just point and click onto Serena, goes down, jump against their wall again. Always make sure again, it's just very important to use terrain. You can see how much damage we do to Zacian right here. Of course, we have a 3-level lead, but 1 Liquidation almost fully takes him down. Another Liquidation right here. It completely kills the Delphox. That's why I also like to go central, because if I get to level 14 or 15, my damage is ridiculous. 1 Liquidation, Zacian went down. 1 Liquidation, the Delphox went down. So yeah, this Pokemon is absolutely amazing. I can only just recommend it if you guys want to buy it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!